I had what looks like a new welding company reach out to me about 3 weeks ago, and they wanted to send me one of their products so I can make a video on it. Since it looks like a very new product, I figured I would do an unboxing for you. So I've got the box right here. It's extremely light, and it is a full MIG welder. And they said it's really good for someone just starting out welding. So I'm gonna mess with it a little bit, and then I'm gonna have both of my boys weld with it. So my oldest has stick welded, and that's it. My youngest has never welded at all. So neither one of them have ever run a MIG. So I think it'll be a pretty good test. This welder, supposedly you just set your thickness of your metal, and it sets everything else. It's fully automated, and it's like 150 bucks retail price. They sent it to me for free. So even though this product is free for me, I still have no bias towards this. I will see how this works, and if it works good, then I will put it in my welding arsenal, and if not, I'll just give it away. All right, without further ado, okay, I've got the inverter welder user manual. Now up top we've got the desiccant. It passed some inspection, 9/7 of this year, so that's good. It's a fairly new welder. We've got an end and a bag. Looks like a strap for it. And the rest of that looks like the welder. I like this. So far the AC power cord is a normal like house computer AC power cord. I got my wire brush in a baggie. Gasless flux core wire. Okay, 0.8 millimeter. Another silica gel. Rilon also makes a 200 amp welder. This is their smaller one. That's their big one. Maybe I can also review that next. Nice paint job. Got the instructions. If you were going to go out and buy a very first welder, would you want to buy this? Would you want to buy a Harbor Freight, Hobart? I'm curious how this welds in comparison to my old Harbor Freight. I'm going to do a comparison in a follow-up video. This video will be just how this welder alone works. I do like that the power cord is removable. That's at least one thing. I don't like nothing on the front is, especially that little bitty ground cord, but that's expected in this price range. That's adorable. It's pink like one of the porcelain cups for Tig. That's cute. Oh, it's been so long since I loaded the wire feed. So if you royally screw up like I did, all you have to do is there's 2 screws over here and 2 here, and then you can take this off and fix your really bad screw up. So that's a plus if you're as bad as I am. Not sure if this is manufacturing or user, but looking at how that is pinched right there, which is supposed to be held in here. I don't know if that happened. I was having a hard time getting in that tube, and I thought I had it. Obviously I didn't. So I'm gonna have it stick out a little bit more just so I don't run into this again. I've got it sticking out a little more proud. It was a little bit buggered up on the end, and I think that might have been my problem. So get that in there. Feel it. Oh yeah, hot dog. Got it loaded right. This is 22 gauge on its lowest setting. And I've burned through. Let me try to run a dot. Okay. We got full weld penetration. Held it on there for not quite a second. Let me try a shorter one. If you're really careful, you can get some 22 gauge spot welds. Clearly not where this machine shines. Here we've got some little 1/8 inch. We're going to try a butt weld. This side is clamped, this side my clamp just won't clamp. Okay, so we've got a pretty cold weld. I'm going to turn it up. I had it on 1.5 millimeters. I'm going to put it on 2 millimeters. So my feed speed is going from 45 to 70. That one finally went. I finally got some heat into that. Have not MIG welded in years. So our little butt joint has no penetration whatsoever. Let's see if I can burn one in. Looks about like half penetration. Not a lot of spatter, which is good. Well, to form the metal, weld held. So that's 1/8 inch. We'll do quarter. Here's some quarter I just cut. We'll try the same butt joint with it. Ooh, these are still a little warm. That might help this machine a little bit. So I'm going to put it, I don't know, let's try halfway between 70 and 80 as a rough start. I'll give it a little tack. We'll see what happens. It's a tack. It's a very lightweight tack, but it's a tack nonetheless. I'm going to turn this up a little bit. I'm going to put this on 80. I'm going to see how that goes. I'm going to see if I can't burn this in a little bit better. Let me try this thing all the way up. I want to see what it'll do. I kind of like it up all the way. That is what I'm. Hey, the fan just now kicked on. That's kind of cool. So I got heat, but no weld in there. I like destructive testing. The only one way you can really know. So we'll start with a whatever size ball peen this is, and I'm going to start in the strongest way, the way against the weld. Never mind, I'm not touching that. I started burning gloves. I expected that way to be fairly strong. Try it this way. Okay, to be expected. How far is that weld? That weld is pretty much sitting on top, but I didn't really give much gap. Ooh, you know what? With my stick welder, I can ground to this and weld. Now that I have a gap, let's weld that. At wide open, like it is right now, it only penetrates about halfway through 1/4 inch. I really don't think this is made for quarter. Let's really see what this will do. Good that way. I would say that passes. This is a very simple machine. Knob is all the way down right now. It's in standby, which is why that's flashing. You bring it up in the black, and it's now on. You hear the little click. That stays constant. Inside you've got your thickness in millimeters, and outside you've got your wire speed. So I've run from 45 to 100. The OC light, I forget how they phrase it, but that means something screwed up. Overall, my impressions with this welder are, I love it. I love it. I really do. For 150 bucks, what you get is a DC electrode negative. I looked up in the book and verified, and I looked on the front panel. The ground is a positive and the electrode is a negative. I thought it was just like an AC buzz box at that price point. AC does this. It goes positive, it goes negative. DC goes positive and stays. So when welding, all that power is going from the electrode. It's going from your torch into your ground through the metal. With AC, it's going back and forth. So if you have an AC welder, they spatter a whole lot more. This, I was very surprised, very minimal spattering. Honestly, for $150, I don't think you can go wrong with this Rilon welder. This is super compact, super light. It runs on 110, but for those of you just starting out who aren't even sure if you're gonna like welding or maybe just have some little projects here and there, you know what? I think this will suit your needs, at least for a while. Now that I know what this thing is actually capable of, I'm really looking forward to using this along with my stick welder so I can weld some of those thinner materials that I'm just having a real hard time welding with a stick. If I was to spend my money starting out all over again, I would be money ahead buying this Rilon welder as opposed to any of the other small welders I've seen at this price point. Next up, I'm gonna have my boys do some welding with it. Okay. All right, so I've got my youngest out here. I've got some metal up here on the vise. It's grounded, and since he's never welded at all, he's gonna try his hand on this Rilon and see how good it is for a beginner.
So it's hot glue gun.
Yes, they call this hot glue gun welding. We're gonna try 75. Talk to Jeff. What I was experiencing before with the wire spitting out is because my wire speed was too low and it's melting before it actually hits here. I've got it up a little bit, and he said you want it to sound like bacon sizzling as you're welding. So that's the sound we're going for. And Kimmo?
Yep.
Are you ready?
I have no clue.
Well, here's what you're gonna do. You're gonna do this. You're gonna put this on and squeeze the trigger when you're ready to weld and hold it. And when you're ready to stop, let go.
Okay.
It's that simple. All right, hold on.
Yep.
Eyes ready, Jack? You are ready? All right.
So I can go?
Yep, let's go. You want it on there?
Okay.
That's it?
I did it.
Oh, that's good.
Yeah.
Alright. I'm gonna do a line.
All right, run a bead.
I don't think I did the bead.
Okay, here we go. You ready?
Yep.
Hit it.
Molten hot lava.
Yeah. That is what I'm running it on for 1/8 inch, and it's doing a really good job. Now we're switching to my oldest, who is stick welded, but never MIG'd. So, are you ready? That's good, Venom.
Oh, that's hot. Oh, that's hot.
I told you it's hot.
My gosh. That's better.
Wow, good job, dude.
Thank you.
It was that one right there, right?
Yeah.
Good job.
I think it looks nice.
Swap, please.
It does look nice. What are your thoughts on this welder?
It's a lot easier than stick. That's for sure. Fun.
I like the
Not
hot
fun.
glue gun welding. That's nice. I'm gonna call it that from now on.
This was our first time using the Rilon welder, 135 amp. I'm in love with the thing. I think it's great. I've actually been looking for a small flux core wire feed welder just for little things that my stick welder is just too big for. And this fits that bill perfectly. So that's my opinion. I want to know what these boys' opinion is.
I liked it. It was pretty fun. I mean, on my second weld, it was pretty good. So I'd say it's good for beginners.
So it was fun.
You're a very beginner. You've never welded at all.
Yeah.
And so how easy was it for you to weld with this welder?
I mean, a hot glue gun welding does make it pretty easy.
And there's just one knob you got to set?
Yeah.
So
Because you just.
I think you could probably come out here and weld yourself, don't you?
Okay, well, for this, you gotta teach me how to weld and stuff like that.
But I think you can run this machine.
Oh, yeah, easily. I just gotta, like, you just gotta tell me what to set on, then I can, like,
This machine's easy. You set it for your thickness of material and you just go. Thanks for watching.
Buy some merch.
like and subscribe.